Hey everybody, what's crack-a-lackin'? Somebody give me a 5 for 5 as I get going here. Please share this out if you would. We're going to get started here. We've had another X-flare. It just happened again. I was going to go live here in just a few minutes anyway. Sorry I didn't go live yesterday. We had some massive storms come through where I'm at. So I'm not going to really get into that right now, but I do have some stuff to show you here. Caught a really cool something a couple weeks ago in a thunderstorm, so I thought I'd share that with you tonight too. Kind of something like that. Didn't even expect to see any of this stuff. I was just trying to get some cool lightning. So, and I know I shared this, I think, before one other time. But anyway, we're going to take a look at that. We will also be, again, like I said, this X-flare happened right here from that same sunspot that gave us the X-flare the other day. This one seemed to be a little bit more powerful. Not sure yet if it did put out a CME or not. Yeah, so we're just going to roll with that. But again, guys, please share this out. I will be doing a members only tomorrow, 100%. I will do that before I even do a regular stream tomorrow. I may do it after my regular stream, but I'm doing the members only tomorrow. Because of the storms and stuff last night, things were just a little wacky around here, and I didn't want to take a chance of, yeah, you guys get it. I'm talking like 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. I mean, there was storm damage all over town. It was a mess, just to be honest with you. It was a freaking mess. You know, by the time I was able to sit back down in front of my computer, guess what? Man, I tell you, I was yeah, I just couldn't have done it. I did leave you guys a couple community posts, so I wanted to make sure I brought that up and let you guys know that I will post there. If I'm not going to be there, and I told you guys that in my community post last night I wasn't going to be here. Also, before I get going, if you guys are having problems getting notifications, which has always been, I mean, you got to think of how big YouTube actually is, guys, and I understand. You know, notifications seem pretty simple to send out. But if you don't do certain things in a certain way as a creator, sometimes that just doesn't go out like it should. You know, if you post at a certain time and then you start early or go late, it's almost better not even to give your audience a warning. It's almost better to give it like a half hour, because a half hour before I go live, YouTube will send you guys. They're supposed to send you guys a notification if I have it scheduled. So what I do is I post a half hour ahead, right? And I usually start before that time. And you'll have 2 notifications pretty quick like. But if you're still having issues getting those, I have an X account, okay? I started putting those over here when I go live, alright? So if you guys just come over here, follow me. It's Wages World. You can go at BlueCool52 on X. There you go. And I'm posting here. So a couple people's been using that. That'll be another notification for you. That's all I'm really using it for. I do post certain things over there, but yeah. And if you guys don't know Jacob Israel, his wife had surgery and stuff. We've been praying for her. I asked you guys to pray for her too, also in the community post. So thank you for that. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started here. Now, guys, again, this is SDO. This is extreme ultraviolet. This could be any color. They just gave it this color. This is the 131 angstrom, that wavelength of light. Okay? And I'll show you multiple other ones here in a few minutes. But as you can see that the sun is actually pretty active. It's been really, really active on the backside. I'm not sure if I know I'm not the only one seeing that. Okay? I know there's a lot of people out there probably seeing what in the heck's going on in the backside of the sun right now. And we'll get into that here in a second, okay? Because it oftentimes happens that way, and we kind of latch on to, hey, why is it always going off the backside? Well, sometimes we just don't notice it if it's not important, right? It's never any more active on the backside as it is on the front. It's the same around the whole sun, okay? It doesn't, planetary alignments and things like that, the geometry of all that stuff can actually cause things to happen, sun divers. So, but that doesn't matter on which side. So if that stuff is lining up in a certain way, it's gonna the sun doesn't just blow off the backside for 2 weeks and then nothing in the front. There's usually reasons behind that, okay? So with that being said, this was, you know, a significant flare. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause it right here and take it back to this flare. And that's the end of it. Now, if you remember, this was over here in the last video I did for you guys. And it was communicating sunspots, right? And they were actually had two different numbers. Because I hesitated because I thought it was the same group of sunspots. And sometimes when that's the case, they just give it one number. Well, in this case, these are actually two separate sunspots, because you can see two clear sets of polarity. You got negative, positive, negative, positive. So just so you guys understand. Now, this thing has just been communicating, this whole group. When it's that close together, that's just what happens. Okay, so let me back this up. So that right there is the height of the X flare. Yes, it looks very blurry. Why does it look like that? Well, the reason it looks like that is because the satellite's getting blasted with light. Now remember, X-ray gets here at the speed of light. Okay, this is not a CME. This is not highly charged particles which have mass. It takes it roughly 3 days to get here. Okay, there's warnings for that kind of thing. We can, you know, the bigger ones that we really be concerned about getting a warning out to people are here usually in a day or less. So I'll just say that. But yeah, so we'll leave that at that. Oh, I wanted to give a thanks here real quick. Genius by Birth left me a super thanks. Thank you. If you're not in here tonight, I get it. Whatever. I just want to make sure I acknowledge she did leave me a super thanks. And I do appreciate that, guys. So thank you for whoever does that. If you guys don't know what that is, you can leave a super chat in the comment section after the video's over if you wanted to. I don't typically talk about that part because it, you know, my goal is to try to get you guys the space weather. And when you guys bless me like that, I don't want to forget to say thank you. So that just kind of hit me right there. I forgot that there was a super thanks. But you guys can do that. So, and again, guys, I am going to be getting more active in my members. That's something that's a goal of mine. I'm going to make that happen tomorrow. I thought about even doing it tonight, but then I kind of got late on this tonight too. But you know, just is what it is, and that's what's happening. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna quit saying all that, okay? Just so you know, and I'm just gonna prove it to you. I'm just gonna be here. So, and that comes from advice from some good people of mine. And my managing mods, mainly Mr. Dragon, gave me that one. And it's great advice. When I'm more consistent, things seem to run smoother. And it makes me feel better. I think you guys like it better. So thank you for that, Mist. Really appreciate you. Okay, so X-ray. And it gets here in 8 minutes. Okay? There is no warning for a flare, guys. We're going to get hit with a flare. We're going to get hit. Now, I will say this. That's not going to knock your power out. It's just not going to. What's going to happen is you're going to have communication disruptions. And as we know, with everything going on in the world right now, that could really have a big effect on people over there that are trying to drop the boom booms and all that kind of stuff. Okay? So, when people tell me that it's not anything to worry about, not really worry about, or even to talk about, some people think I shouldn't even talk about that. I'm sitting there thinking, why would I not talk about that? It just doesn't make any sense. You know? Hey, Heidi, thank you for that. What we got here? Like this, Mark. Much love. Back at you, Heidi. I appreciate you. For real. Thank you so much for that super chat. Awesome, awesome stuff. Thank you. Guys, tell her thanks in there and that reply and stuff. It's really cool when you guys do that kind of stuff for me. I get humbled every time. It just... Yeah, I get humbled. So, and I want to stop and talk to everybody, but that's what I'm going to be doing in the members only. And I got some cool stuff planned for members only. I'm not gonna give you guys a surprise on that one yet, but I got some stuff going on, so you know. Hey, Sue Ellen, member for 6 months. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see, Eddie. You know what, Tommy? Thank you for saying that. Tommy Bird. You're awesome, brother. I need to hear stuff like that. I'm still waiting on permission to share an email I got from somebody that, I mean, I was bawling at the end of it. It was, and it motivated me so much. You know who you are, whoever sent that to me. I know who you are too. I need to talk to you first before I just, read it. I wanted to make sure that I can read it and get your permission. I won't never share an email unless that I get permission on that. But it made my day. It made my, hey, Ripper, good to see you, bud. If I miss anybody else, I am sorry. I wish I could stop and say hi to everybody. People get mad at me for that, and I get it. I do. I'm swirling again, Jeremy. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So that's my cue to go right back to this. I do want to highlight that message, though, from the 6 months from Sue Ellen. There you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, use those free super chats. If you're a member, use those free super chats. It's important, You get that, use it, and it's cool. That way people, it's showing that you're supporting the channel, and it gives you a way to show everybody. Now, guys, I'm not going to talk about anything else until I get through this, okay? So, here we go. Moderators, you got it. I trust you in there, right? Hey, thank you, Deep Quake. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. 100%. I'll stop and give you guys a proper thanks here in just a few minutes here, okay? Alright. So, when we get these x-rays that blow off the sun, that's the flare. The Carrington event was something really, really cool. It helped us realize, and that's when they discovered that, hey, a flare and a sunspot, and a CME are two different things. Okay? So, you get your x-rays, and just like the previous expert on this one, when it was over here, the video I did a couple days ago, there was no CME with that. At least not a significant one. Okay? There was probably some plasma that did eject from the sun, but it wasn't enough to really even be worried about. If it hits us, we might not even know it. That's how little. Now, that doesn't typically happen with X-flares. We've seen that happen a couple times this sun cycle, though. And it's not like it's not supposed to happen that way. It's just sometimes you get more of those than others. There's a whole lot of dynamics when you're talking about anything going on in the sun. And it isn't just one thing, guys. It's a collaboration of a bunch of data that causes these things to happen. So, as I'm moving through here, guys, I'm just going to do this. Right, okay, so you can burn right through that, right? But notice right here, I want to show you this. See how that started getting active right there? Then that blew, right? So what's happening here is communicating again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to change this to the HMI colorized version, and I'm going to show you why it did that. At least I'm assuming this is going to allow me to do that. Yeah, very easily, by the way. So let me just I'll stop it right there. Okay, so again, this is the Magnetogram, and this is a colorized version. And the reason I'm using this one is because it gives us polarity, reds and blues, right? Notice how the reds of each sunspot here are on this side, on the left side. Now, the ones in the southern hemisphere, look. See this? It's reverse of that. It's because it's the polarity of the sun, north-south, just like us. Okay? So when the sun does its pole flip, which it does roughly every 11 years, roughly, okay, that's the sun cycle thing that we talk about all the time, that will switch. Okay, so the next sun cycle, the reds should be on the left in the southern hemisphere, and the blues will be on the right, positive, negative stuff, right? But anyway, with this right here, you see how far apart that is spread? That's the same sunspot. Just like this is. Right? But look what you got mixing in right here. Okay, you got some blues. When you get those things mixing together like that, they become unstable. But what's happened here is, I think that the main core parts of each one of these sunspots started interacting with each other a little bit here. And when it did, some of that energy jumped over, and it was enough to have this one go ahead and flare again. So I'll move this forward. And you can kind of see. I'll move it backwards. So you can kind of see. Now, you're not going to be able to see like the energy jump or anything on this view. But I want to show you that because this is not the sunspot. This and this makes up one sunspot. This and this makes up the other. That's how close they are. So they're really called sunspot groupings. You know, you can call them coronal prominences. You can call them all kinds of things. And they'll fall into a lot of different categories. And you know, not one of them's wrong and not one of them's right. So when you start getting down into specifics, yes, you have to, you know, differentiate between the two. But for what we're talking about here, no, it's just a big, you know, grouping. So when I say to communicate, again, guys, you've seen that energy jumping back and forth. Now, I haven't looked at the 211. We're going to look at the 211, and let me explain to you why. This wavelength in extreme ultraviolet. The reason why is because we see coronal holes in this one a lot easier. See? We're dealing with this still, but I want to point something out. Look at this thing. This is a transequatorial coronal hole. Alright? And I'm pointing that out because that is significant. When you get a coronal hole that's crossing over the equator regions of the sun, you know, we're going to connect to that as soon as it gets right here. And it's going to start just throwing high-speed, highly charged particles right at Earth. So what happens here is the atmosphere peels back, it exposes the surface. Now this is dark colors because the surface of the sun is colder. And I say that so much, you guys probably get tired of me hearing it. But I say it for the newer viewers. But that is the case. The surface of the sun is actually colder than its atmosphere. But I also want to point out this. You guys hear me talk about solar vortexes or a solar tornado? That's what this is. So let me zoom into that. I've seen it on a different angstrom. I was going to show it to you guys anyway. But this is actually a better view, I think. Well, maybe not. Let me zoom out. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay. But you guys can see that, right? You see how it's just spinning and spinning and spinning. Okay? What that is, guys, now, do you see this arc right here? Right? Those are magnetic connection lines. Those things are not spinning in a circle like wind does here on our planet. That is highly charged particles traveling on a connection line. The line itself is moving. Okay, so there's a bunch of magnetic field lines right there, and they're moving in that direction, in that kind of orientation like that. So with that being said, that's why it gives the appearance that that's like some big massive tornado on the sun. And it, for all intents and purposes, it is. You know, we call it solar wind, but it's not going to blow your hair back, okay? It's not like high to low pressure moving on our planet, okay? It's a total different thing, right? And I'm not going to get into the specifics of that tonight either, but just know that we are connected to this, and we're getting ready to be connected to this. The parallax effect is in effect here too. That means when you're looking at a sphere from a distance, okay, especially when you're looking at it in a two-dimensional way, things on the side are going to look smaller than they actually are. So, in other words, this sunspot, this coronal hole right here, is going to look like it's growing tremendously, and it could be. But some of that is it's just coming more into center focus, and it's allowing us to see its real size. Okay? And when we talk about like you know, the limb of the sun, you know, this is broke over this would be your east. It's reversed on the sun. When you're talking east-west, you have to pretend you're standing on the sun looking up. Okay? That's how they do it. I'm not going to get into why. Again, it's a lot of conversation there that I don't need to talk about tonight because it would just make the video so long. It's crazy. But by the way, guys, those kinds of definitions, I've been working on videos where I'm making a playlist, just so you know. Okay. Guys, give me a roll call in there if you would. I'd really appreciate that. But as you guys are doing that, I just want to make sure you guys understand that these coronal holes could be the whole news here. They really can. But for right now, okay, this is the X flare. That's probably like an X1, X2. And it just happened. I mean, I did. I went like live like right away. I was getting ready to go live anyway. We almost got into a geomagnetic storm earlier too. Those are from some smaller CMEs that we're supposed to be hitting. But we're under a geomagnetic storm watch as we speak. And what that means is we're looking at some sort of a low-level geomagnetic storm that NOAA has forecasted here. Okay? So what that means is we're expecting some sort of an impact from a smaller CME. I think I showed you guys that real small CME the other day. Well, I could probably show it to you. Yeah, they haven't changed this yet. So let me push play here. So what you're looking at is a top-down version. This is Earth. This is the Sun. This is a side cut. So you got north-south. We get 2 days historic, and then they try to forecast 5 days out. So right here we are in time, right? And they give us 2 days historic data of what actually happened. Now they have to update that. I'm not sure if it's up. When's the last time it updated? Yeah, they didn't. They updated that thing yesterday. Well, almost 2 days ago. So other stuff has happened. So this isn't going to be exactly correct, but this right here is could be what we're getting hit with. This could have hit sooner. Okay. So as you can see, you're going to see a CME kind of pop off the sun here. See it? Okay, and it is going to hit Earth, glancing blow type of thing. I showed you guys this in the last video. So, with that being said, I'm going to kind of move on from that because I don't think we need to waste a whole lot of time on that. But right here is where we can see how powerful the flare was in the D region absorption model. And this is where we see X-rays come in. We're able to see protons on this too because they'll hang around our poles during radiation storms. Okay? But check this out. Right there. That's your X-flare. Okay? Now, again, once again, if Kathy's in here, I'm not sure if I haven't seen Kathy in here yet. Hey, Alyssa, good to see you. Hey, Daryl. Let's see here. Seven's in here. My brother with the dad jokes. Love it. Let's see here. Utah, baby. I love it. Yep. Radio and cats, baby. What's up, Kim Possible? Central Wisconsin. Daryl, what's happening? Jeremy, let's see here. Who else we got in here? Northern California. Kathleen, what's up? There's Washington again. Southwest suburbs of Chicago. What's up, Enlightened Truth Seeker? Billy Jack's Wild America. That sounds like an amusement park. South Texas, baby. Hey, y'all. That's right. Heidi. Washington State. Good to see you, girl. J Poss. There you go. You got to hear that California. You got to have that in there every time. Love it. Love it. Love it. Jared, thanks for, you're welcome, Jeremy. I appreciate you, brother. 14 months? No way. No stinking way, man. That's a long time, bro. You hear me coming out with my bro, you know? Coming out with the hang loose, getting on the waves, gonna do some surfing. What's up, bro? I'm just kidding. But no, thank you, Jeremy. That's an awesome thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you on that. For real. I appreciate you just being here at all. But, yeah. Let's see here. Hatteras Island, what's up? Let's see here. Michigan, what's up? Northeast Ohio, Tab, what's happening? True Heart. X-rated flare. Love it, True Heart. Love it. Aunt B. I remember that. I love me some Andy Griffith when I was a kid. Alright. Gomer Pyle was my favorite. I swear, I swear, I swear. Alright, anyway. Enough of my hillbilly coming out. But that's your X-flare right there, guys. And again, it's on the day side. So what's it do? What's that X-flare do, right? Well, we get asked that all the time, and not very many people will show you this. This is the radio blackout storm levels. This is what it does. Okay? That was an R3. So, wide area blackout of high frequency radio. Loss of radio contact for about an hour on sunlit side of Earth. Navigation, low frequency navigation signals degraded for about an hour. Okay? Now, there's other things that can happen too, that do happen. But most of the time, it lasts about an hour where you're at. Most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. Okay? I'll just leave it at that. Now, geomagnetic storms are where we talk about power outages, okay? Now, this is radiation storm too. This is the, what these are the storm tables, okay? They've got these, anybody can see these. Just go to any NOAA page. I can show it to you right here. This is NOAA Space Weather Prediction. And you can, everything I show you pretty much is here, okay? All the links, the dashboards, Aurora, all that stuff. These right here will combine a bunch of different models. They do it for you right here. We typically look at the Space Weather Enthusiast one, which is the one I'm showing you right here. Because pretty much all the intensive information that you want to talk about, typically the key ones are here. There are other models I choose to show you, but yeah. So, that's the X-Flare. Now again, guys, we do have other stuff, right? Now I'm waiting on the SDO to update, which we're probably not going to get an update enough on that to see if that really gave us a good CME or not. So I can't tell you if there was a CME involved with that. It didn't look like there was a big one if there was, but you know, things happen. But here's stereo A. Check out what's been happening on the backside of the sun. Okay, this is the stereo A is to our, if you're looking at the sun, stereo A is to our right. Okay, I'm just going to use that instead of east-west. This is actually would be on our side, right? So anything on the left here has a potential to come in at Earth. Anything on the right would be going off the backside. So if I go the next day here, look at that, okay? I mean, these are not chump little whatevers, okay? If this was on the front side, this would be the news all over the place. Just saying, okay? Yeah. Okay. So, let me do this real quick. Oh, goodness. Give me 1 second here, guys. I gotta pull something up here. Sorry. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. So, yeah, that's a big one. I'm sorry for that dead air right there. Let's back it up. Let's go to, I'm going to show you guys about the last week or so, because it's been very, very active, okay? You see how that went off the top? That still was more towards the back. Okay, here's the next day. Things just seem to be happening, kind of going off the back a lot right now. Look at all that. Okay? Nobody's really talking about this. I think Tam at the Scope did one. I think Jammer sent me a video, link to her video. Thank you, by the way, Jammer. But look at all that right there. That all's going the other way. None of that's hitting us. And that's what I'm trying to say, guys. The sun's been very active, and we need to make sure that we understand that, because that could be what's up, you know. Okay, 14 months, baby. Back at you. Back at you. We miss you too. I'm glad we're all back here, and I'm going to be here, you know. Hey, Luna, what's happening? If I missed anybody, I apologize. I am really trying to just stay focused, because you guys know how squirrely I get, right? And people really just hammer me. Yay! Thank you. What an awesome thing. Thank you so much for that. Whoever got those memberships, make sure you tell her thanks. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, I'm going to be giving away some cards in the members only, by the way. I want to see if I have any gifted memberships here. I think I might. We'll see. Nope. Nope. That was real short and sweet, wasn't it? Maybe I do. Let's check. Doesn't look like it. I got a free membership chat for myself because I'm a member of my own channel. Here we go. Check it out. Why? Here we go. I'll post it out there. Here we go. Sweet. There it is. Thank you, Kay. I do appreciate you. How much does the solar activity affect aircraft, if at all? It most certainly can. That's a great question, by the way. It truly is. It just depends on what's going on. There are so many, and I mean so many things, Cheryl, that could actually, you know, affect. Tommy Bird, that's right, baby. Let's see here. What you say here, Tommy? Let me read that. Only electric currents create magnetic. Yeah. Yep. He's correct on that. That's why when I show you guys the magnetosphere, which would be, let me find it. This, okay? That's why the magnetosphere reacts at the same time as the geoelectric field reacts. Okay, this is electric field. This is magnetic. So they affect each other. And when one reacts, the other one will. They influence each other so heavily. Great comment, Tommy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. You guys are awesome. You really, truly are. But yeah, so this is, you know, the sun's off to the left, and the energy moving from left to right here, obviously. And this is when the solar wind hits our magnetic field, it creates this magnetosphere. And that's what you're looking at here. This is velocity. I don't usually show you guys this a whole lot because it only matters when we're getting a geomagnetic storm. But as you can see there, this is magnetic pressure. And the bow shock is the term we use for the first point of contact. So you can see how it bows. It's always there. I've heard people say that goes down. It does not. If that goes down, Earth becomes Mars. Just so you know. The only way that bow shock would not be there is if the sun wasn't there or our magnetic field went completely away. And if that ever happens, that's a bad day for everybody. Because you probably won't see your next. I ain't trying to be all, you know, down and out, but that's how serious that would be. So, okay. Now, I do want to go over this real quick, okay? What I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of what actually was going down here, okay? This is a video I took. What we got? More memberships there? Let me look here. What we got? I think sorry, I got to pull up my. I see a member. Somebody gives us some memberships. I got to take a look at here. Oh wow! Thank you, Deep Quake. 20 of them. Awesome. Thank you guys. So generous, guys. You guys are just so awesome. You really are. I mean, I couldn't have a better internet family. And Deep Quake, you're awesome, man. I pray for you daily, man. I know you went through some rough stuff. Still are, guaranteed. Hey, Russ. No, I wouldn't think we would be either, Russ. I don't think it's almost hard to get ready for something like that. Completely, because I tell you, you're gonna have to. Greta, hey, what's up? Tab P, man, you guys are awesome. But anyway, okay, this is my personal video I took. This is where I live, right? And we had a thunderstorm pass, right? And this has been a couple weeks ago. So I wanted to get some cool lightning pics, and it was far enough away from us. I mean, this was causing tornadoes and stuff that day. And just like yesterday. And it really got heavy here yesterday, guys. I mean, it really was. I would have rather been at risk for tornadoes than I would have for the straight line winds we experienced yesterday. Anytime you get straight line winds, it's such a large area of people get affected. And, you know, yes, tornadoes can sometimes kill people. Straight line winds do too. Guess what, guys? When the power goes out, people die. Just saying. Underdog, baby. Alright, anyway. So, what you're looking at here, this is the thunderstorm. Okay? And it's off to my east at this point. And this is the street I live on. Right? And so first thing I seen was this. Now, I want to point out, this is not edited in one way, shape, or form. This is simply me just went outside with my phone and took a 22-second video. Okay? So, that's a still shot of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the video first. Okay? So here's the video. And I muted it because you're not really going to hear a whole lot. And as this is going on live for me, I'm not noticing nothing. I seriously just like stuck my phone up in the air, and I seen that one lightning bolt, and I thought, that's cool. I'll go in and check it out, right? So that's what I did. Let me play this video for you one more time, just so you can see. All right, and remember, I'll show you the tree line, and I'll show you the thunderstorm clouds and all that. And I have some ideas of what that thing was anyway. And I'll let you know here. It's nothing too crazy, but I haven't shown you really what is kind of the crazier part. Okay, so anyway, I come back and I pull this up, right? And there it is, right? I mean, for the life of me, I can't understand why that would look like that. Okay, I don't have any good explanation for that. But the only thing I can say is this does look like if you were to pretend that it was daylight. That almost looks like a shelf cloud, like the leading edge of a shelf cloud storm coming at you. So I'm kind of assuming that that's kind of what that is. But this is a real thing because there's clouds. It's going through other clouds. So, yeah. I don't really know what to say on that end of it, but there's a zoomed in version, okay? And then this is just me kind of backed it off. I'm looking at it again over a hole. And again, guys, this right here, that's clouds. Here's the trees. I'm looking at it through these trees right here, above these tree line. Okay? So then I see this. I'm like, what in the world? That's a lightning bolt, right? Yes, that's a lightning bolt. We can all agree, but what the heck is that? Now, the only thing I can think of is if this is the same lightning bolt, and this is most likely, in my opinion, probably what it is. Okay? But we had to have a cloud here that was enough to block the lightning bolt light. And I'm just not sure, right? And I'm not trying to claim anything here, guys. So don't get it twisted. I'm not. All I'm saying is it was weird to me. I wanted to show everybody else that and all I did was here is I inverted the colors. So what's white is now black and what's black is now white. So, yeah. What is that? I don't know. It probably is. It's probably exactly what I just said it is. It's probably that same lightning bolt. Because I don't want to go too crazy and go off the deep end here. But it definitely, and then with this being in the picture at the same time, I just thought it was pretty unique. You know I'm not one to go out here and go jumping off into crazy stuff. But maybe Tommy. Maybe. This is Carly. Is that Carly or let me see here? Yeah, Carly. No, I'm in Eastern Indiana. This is from a couple weeks ago. I just thought I'd show it to you because I started digging more into this, just trying to figure out what the heck it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to post it over on X and see if I can get anybody that can let me know what the heck, right? Because anybody else that didn't record this, check it out. This is what they would have seen. That's what they would have seen. That's it. So, again, I'm not trying to claim anything, but it definitely was odd. That right there has really had my head twisted. Now you can definitely tell that it's, it's not part of any of these tree structures. So this is part of the thunderstorm, whatever's up, And again, it does kind of remind me of a shelf cloud, rolling shelf cloud. You know what I'm talking about, guys? That's just what. Hey, Tiger NZ, what's up? Oh man, I need to show. Guys, I haven't looked at my email in a couple days, so if I've missed somebody's emails, I'm sorry. Yeah, Kelly, okay, I thought that might have been it. Yeah, exactly, Kelly, I understand. For sure. Yeah, I tried. I don't know if Michael seen that or not. Mr. MVB3. Anybody wants to send it to him, go ahead. I think I might have sent it to him. He gets so many pictures, guys. I mean, there's no way in heck you could ever expect him to see your picture. If he does, then, it is what it is. Maybe, Tab, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, Rob, I don't know, man. I mean, I just got lucky and just happened to see something there. But again, guys, I ain't trying to say this is something crazy, but I would like to know what. And not so much this, because I can go to bed at night, hey, that's a shelf cloud. Somebody told me that's a shelf cloud tomorrow. I would believe it and just walk away, right? Okay, I'll check it out, Menacing. I think I already seen it. I'm not sure when you sent it, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff in my email I got to get through, guys. I got so far behind when I was, my daughter graduated a couple weeks ago. We're still catching up from that, but with that being said, guys, let me do this real quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, what I do want to do though, before we get out of here, I would like to don't take off yet, guys, because I do want to show you guys something else here. Let me back that up. I want to check something real quick again. I didn't check the 304 angstrom here. This is where we'll really be able to see if there's a CME with this thing or not. I'll be able to tell you here in about 2 seconds if there's enough imaging here. Yeah, guys, it didn't look like there was a CME with that, but I noticed this over here. Check this out. Oh, man. That's happening right now. Okay? See, I'm glad I stopped because I want you guys to see this. This was the X-flare. There's a filament laying right here. Okay? Check this out. Watch it start to lift. You see that? That thing's getting ready to lift off the sun, guys. That's getting ready to explode off the sun. See it? And then we don't get any more imaging. So I'll have to look at that tomorrow. We'll go over that. It does look like a lot of that came back down. But, we'll take a look at it tomorrow. In that position of it, sometimes these things flick out like a whip. That could come right back at us. No doubt. Just so you know. It's good. Yeah, that would be a good explanation, Kathleen. Sorry, guys, I got quiet there from I was reading Kathleen's. Yeah. Menacing, you got me pegged, don't you? You do. I love that. That's awesome. But guys, I do want you guys to notice that the filaments on the sun right now are very, very active. There's a lot of them. And when those things lift off, those are CMEs. Okay? And they can be very, very strong when they hit us. So, yeah. See ya? Hey! Alright, guys, I'm going to gift let's see if I need to see if I can or not. I think I can. Maybe. Super Sticker, Super Chat. So let me gift membership there. Wonder why. Maybe it'll let me do it here. Hold on. Okay. I'm getting gift and membership out, guys. I don't have any free to give, but I'll give one. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Mist? Good. Yeah, good observation there. Kind of looks like that one. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about that too. Did you guys hear about that? I'll go over that tomorrow. But they found an asteroid on this side of the Oort cloud. It's like 85 miles wide. Biggest one they've ever seen in the Oort cloud. It is crazy big. Okay, no doubt that was that. Yeah, crazy big. So there's something else I wanted to show. Oh, also anybody? Well, Tiger NZ, you guys are here, right? You're in here, right? If you see this, let me know, okay? Please. What this is, guys, there was a star that went nova. It's a naked eye star now. Now, it ain't going to stay like that. Okay, it was Lupus over here. There was a star that went nova, and when it did, it was so bright, we were able to see it naked eye in the southern hemisphere. Now, those of us that live in the northern hemisphere don't have a chance of seeing it at all. But this is in one of the southern constellations. So, if you're lucky enough to live down there in an event like this doesn't happen often, guys. This is a massive nova that got so bright when this star did its thing. Yeah. And I think it took people off, caught people off guard, too. So, yeah. Yeah, if you see that, please, Ty, NZ, please. You know, if you can catch a real picture of it at night, I'm not sure if you have that capability or not. But that would be cool. That's just so cool. Chevy Nova. Love it. Love it. Love it. Why is Jen's in there? Is he? Yeah, I know, Surgery, right? Yeah. I wish the whole planet could see it. It's in the southern hemisphere, Tommy. You're going to have to take a drive, bro. You won't be able to see it from the northern hemisphere. Alright, here we go, guys. I'm going to give away a membership. I only got money for one right now, but here we go. Here we go, alright? You ready? Let's, well, hold on. Daggone it. Alright, now I can do it. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Can't you see? Hopefully it'll go. Yep, there it went. Let's see if it took. Yep. Who got it? Who got it? Kathy! Kathy got the membership. Aloha, chick. Love it. There you go, Kathy. You know what, guys? I'll give one more away. Alright? How about that? When I get ready to give this away, if you guys are talking in the chat, you'll get it. Okay? The most active people in the chat are the ones that get these. Just so you know. That's how the algorithm decides who gets it. I have no control of whoever gets these. So, I'm not picking anybody in particular. It's just doing it on its own. So, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And also, guys, thanks to anybody that gifted memberships earlier and everything. You guys are awesome. Deepquake, thank you so much. Who else did? Let me, Deepquake did. I'll have to look here in a minute. Shoot, who else did? I think Kathleen did. Who else did? See, I'm horrible about that, guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. Hold on. Here I got. Okay. Enlightened Truth Seeker did the 6-month thing. Let's see here. Yep, there's that. Thank you, Enlightened. Appreciate you. Want to make sure. Sue Ellen. Deepquake. Jeremy was in there. Heidi, thank you for the super chat earlier. And Kay. Yes, Kay. Thank you so much, guys. For all the gifts of membership, super chats, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will see you guys tomorrow. Trish, what's happening, girl? Good to see you. Guys, tell her she's one of our, she's the newest managing mod. So tell her congratulations, and yeah, do that. And let's see here. So yeah, who got that second one I just gave out? I didn't even see. Who got it? Let me look. North Shore Pizza Cafe. There you go. So yeah, we'll be doing one tomorrow, guys. No matter what, it'll be whatever it is, and we will. We're gonna have some fun over there. I got some cards, some really cool cards, by the way. And we'll go from there. If you guys don't know who Marfugo, Deep Quake, thank you. You didn't need to do that, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So cool. Rhonda got that one of those Ohio gun runners here. All right. Who else? Robin, Scott. Good to see everybody. I'm glad you guys got memberships. Stop by, guys. We don't. I will never ever put anything behind a paywall. If it's about space weather and things that you guys need to hear, I 100% will never ever. Okay, just know that. I know some other people do that, you know, intentionally, and that actually, you know, it works for some channels. I mean, there's a place for that, right? I mean, it's just I choose not to do it like that. But anyway, we will have one tomorrow, guys, members only, and I'm going to do a regular video too. I'm starting to get back into my groove. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, my voice. I'm a little bit more upbeat and everything. So I'm ready to go here, guys. And if you guys don't know who Marfugo is, I'm not sure what rock you're under, but you may not if you haven't been in the community for a minute. I'm not sure if one of my mods wants to put a link in there to his channel. Adam and Dex, I'm a moderator over there. I always shout them out. All my moderators here too, Miss Dragon and Trinity and Rip. Guys, they're awesome. They got channels of their own. Please go subscribe to them. Okay? Miss does some great shorts. Leah, when she's here, she's awesome. She used to do a lot of content too, but she's kind of backed off of that. But go sub to her channel anyway. But I would also say that, you know, Ripper, he does content on pew pews. But he does an awesome job of prep stuff also. And if I'm forgetting somebody, I apologize. I mentioned Trinity. She does great shorts. Her and Miss both do. Trinity does some really good deep dives too into some really cool subjects. So go check all of them all out, guys. Prayers for it. Thank you, Miss. Appreciate you, Daryl. Thank you for that. Alright, guys, because they're going to be live here, I'm sure, with everything going on in the world. Jammer, what's up, brother? Also, guys, I'm thinking about doing some regular weather reporting. Let me show you an app I have. Give me 1 second. I think... I'm not sure if it's this one. Nope. Ain't that. Yeah. It wasn't it. But if you're not a member over here, if you're not following me here on Wages World on X, please do. You'll get another notification. Okay? That's what I use it for. So you guys got a better chance of getting notified when I go live. So yeah. And we need to continue to pray for Jacob and his wife. Okay? His wife just had surgery. If you guys can pray, send good thoughts and love. He most likely would love you to do that. So, thanks for everybody that already has, and, yeah. Anyway, alright, guys. God bless. There, let me get back over to this one. I like this, right here. Let's end on this. Guys, I got some, good graphics coming, too. I've been working on that slowly, whenever I get the chance in the middle of the night. Alright, guys. God bless. I'll see you guys over at Marfugo. God bless. Yahusha saves, and as always... you can drink this Kool-Aid.